Local Sky 3, bringing you the big local news from unique views.
We are having a good time this morning because two lovely women are in the studio with us talking about a very lovely cause. This is Rachel Carroll. She is with the Northside Neighborhood House. Darren right here has Aaliyah Blake Cosmetics, but for this moment, she too is with the Northside Neighborhood House. Y'all are gearing up for something called Runway Remix. Yes. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am, the Runway Remix.
A fashion show where everything the models are wearing is thrifted from your thrift stores at Northside Neighborhood House.
Yes, ma'am. And we have 3 thrift stores, so we have a lot to choose from. So it's going to be a great event.
So I will give you kind of like a little fun fact. We sat down and we were getting mic'd up and I said to Darren, I love your top. She goes, oh, thanks. I got it last night at the Northside Neighborhood House. Isn't it fun to shop there?
I love it. And I've always been... At Aaliyah Blake, we always say shopping in the wild. So, you know, we do personal color analysis. So when we tell people what their colors are, we're like, you can go anywhere and look fabulous. And that's why I was so on board when Rachel came to me, because it's all about color this year. So it's super exciting. And our friend Sherry with Runway Rebels, she is amazing stylist. So between mostly her pulling the clothes, I'm helping, putting all the fashions together. They're very colorful, they're very fun. You will be blown away of some of the stuff that we have found and put together, and our great models, which are all community people, just bringing together this like color extravaganza of being able to wear thrifted fashions, which we know is so sustainable.
Yes, it has really become like the way of life for younger people today too, because they are all into that sustainability, not to mention the extra change in their own pockets by doing it that way.
Exactly, and it's fun. We do say hunting because we're like hunting for the wild.
You never know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to find, and you can be so creative with it.
But you can always find something.
You always can find
something at the Northside Neighborhood House thrift stores.
The other thing that I find that's so powerful in this mission is that then you find something that gives back to you because you save some money, but then your money works forward because of what y'all do. The real mission of the Neighborhood House is to support and empower the community at large.
Exactly, and so we do have such a support system around our thrift stores, and they do fund a very large portion of our mission. So because you're able to shop there, and you might get a discount and it's a sustainable way to shop, you're also helping your community by giving back to the Neighborhood House and other organizations around the city through our partners.
So you mentioned the 3. Where are the 3 locations? Because I know the one down by us here at Channel 3, down Dayton Boulevard.
So there's one over on Minor Street, and that's near the main agency.
Yes.
That one's amazing for fashion. It's a smaller store. There's one in Red Bank, and that is where you go if you need any like furniture or home goods.
Fashion too.
Fashion too, of course. And then in our Saudi Daisy store, you will never know what you're going to find. You can find some vintage things in Saudi, but between those 3, you can pretty much find anything.
So I told you before we went on air that we all have a Neighborhood House story. So when my daughter Emily got married, I was throwing her a bridal shower, and I thought, okay, I want to use china, but I don't really want to use my own because I didn't want people to be worried about dropping something. So I swung into the Northside Neighborhood House in Red Bank, and not only did I run into an old friend from church that I hadn't seen in 10 years, but I found a full set of 12 dishes, all of it, teacups, all of it, for like $65 or something. It was great. And now I use it all the time.
I love that. I love that story. And I did the same thing with my daughter. I had to make like 30 dozen cookies or something like that when she was getting married. And I went in and got all this like glassware. So you can find things from, your furnishings, your home interiors, your even home exteriors like garden things, fashion, earrings.
Now, okay, you got the earrings there too?
Yes, girl.
Look at that.
Okay, well, and something
and I love this necklace because it says no. It's my favorite word.
What? Your favorite word is no?
Yeah, because you have to learn it as a woman.
Yeah, Oprah Winfrey said
that word no.
Oprah said it took her until she was 50 to learn that no was a complete sentence.
It is. So the other reason too is that really this is about, and my big thing, especially lately, is community. And this is about our community. And this helps feed and service and so many things. Like all the benefits are, what do you call those things? Not benefits, but
all the services that we offer.
Okay, yeah. And so all those things that happen with community, that's why it was so important to me.
Yeah.
Another really quick thing, we were talking about how you can get thrifted fashion anywhere. When you go to the Runway Remix, you can purchase the items off of the model.
Okay, I was going to ask
from the runway
to
the rack. And
That's
so if
new.
you
I didn't
see
know
something that you like, You can buy it as soon as they're off the rack.
Now, besides those 10 models, men and women, by the way, will you also have just racks of clothes?
Yes.
That people can shop?
Yeah, so in addition to our 3 thrift stores, brick and mortar stores, we also have an online boutique called Good Neighbor.
I didn't know that.
And they have more curated or designer finds. And so we'll have a pop-up shop for Good Neighbor there. So you could go in looking chic and wonderful and then come out with all your accessories,
Wow.
anything that you want from the Good Neighbor store or off the runway.
Okay, I'm going to do a quick pivot because if you're a person watching today and you're thinking, "Ooh, this sounds like so much fun. Let's go spend a little money and give back." Happy for you. If you happen to be a person watching today and that's not where your life is and you're going through a difficult time financially, they want to help you. If you live north of the river, that's what they are there to help you with, right? Because you offer with like utility assistance, rent assistance, all of it.
Yeah, I mean, so many people are having a hard time right now. We've seen an 18% increase in referrals to us. And these are people who are working really hard. They might have families, they might be single parents, they're renting, and it's just one paycheck away from a crisis. And so we're wanting people to ask for our help so that you don't have to get into that crisis and you can work out of it with someone else being there for you, showing you how to budget, showing you all the ways that you can feel empowered to work towards stability.
Yeah, they've got the infrastructure already in place there to help you get over that hump. So they're just your resource for all things. The fun today, because it is called the Runway Remix Fashion Show. April 11th is the date. Plenty of time for you to get in there and get your ticket at inhouse.org. We will see you there. You look great.
Yes.
Thank you.
Montgomery Showers is your local choice for the best shower model at the best price. From seating options to grab bars, a safer, more functional shower can be completed